I'm running late. Oh, that's way low. How we all doing? Um, all right. I got stuff all over the place. I'm not that far behind. We'll see. How's everybody doing? Uh, how was everybody's morning? Mine was awesome. I watched the dog drink some coffee. That was a thing. Let's see. All right, we do one of these. We do one of these. We turn one of these on. And go over here. Turn one of these on. Turn up my volume. I'm pretty sure. All right. I have like a hard out at 1. FYI. I got a. I got 2. One meeting and 1 interview today. So should be good times. Let's do. So that one's caught up. Let's do this one. This one is caught up. All right, I'll be right back. I have to brush my hair because I have this piece right here that's hanging on my face. I'll be right back. We're back. All right, how's everybody doing? Let's get. Let's find a charger. I got 100 cords of it. Man, I wish my cords were organized better because I'm absolutely rolling over cords. How funny it would be if my mic wasn't even on. Okay, it's on. Um, all right. All right. And one of these. How are we doing? All right. How's everybody today? Anybody watching anything good on TV? Um, Elementary just ended. I do like the way it ended. I don't like the show that much, but I do like the end. Landman, nah, like, how good is it that a show gets renewed for the next season before it even airs? Like, Billy Bob Thornton's killing it right now over there. Who else? Um, Shifting Gears might be over. I mean, we're wrapping up a lot of those seasons before some new ones are starting, so we'll see. Um, Check out Heated Rivalry. Mom gives it 2 thumbs up. So Yeah. What else is going on? Um, oh man, I made so many notes today. I don't know if Mom makes mind pockets yet for this week, but 100%, I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to draw my mom into a comic. Or no, just a lady. It's just gonna be some random lady. It's not my mom. Just a random lady interacting with her and her dogs, hanging out with her mom. That'll be the name of it. Not my mom comic. um, so we haven't seen comics in a while. I think the last comics we saw, Sophie's last or Sophie's favorite day 2024. Uh, or was it 25? No, 20. All right, whatever. Still been like 6 months. I have extras. You guys did see the kit one for the Sophia Lux. I do now have some more Sophie ideas. What else we got? It's gonna be interesting. 2026, minus that first week of just everything just shitting all over me. For the most part, I think is coming back around right now. Um, Video project at work went really well. Got fucking some thumbs up by some Bossity Boss. What else? We'll get into the 26, man. Stuff here in a minute, but it's shaping up. I think. That's in my pocket from yesterday. Um, Landman. For whatever reason, Landman spoke to me like so much more than any other show I've seen in a long time. Like 3 episodes out of the 10, I can legit pull out like Billy Bob was talking directly to me. And then last night, so it was even before I saw the episode. Like when I said something like 4 hours before I saw the episode. So it's freaking me out, man. I'm Truman Showed. Um, where's my vape? Here. Hey, Sophie, are you awake? Are you watching? Oh, I did not know today was a holiday. I barely remember what day it is. Um, for whatever reason, the last 2 weeks when I put the show together, I label them the date. I haven't labeled the last 3 weeks. They're just copies of the previous week. So I don't even know what today is. 19. All right, hang out, everybody. Let's get the show started. Woo! Hello, welcome to Nooners, Whimsy Nooners. It's Monday. Uh, dude, man, I'm telling you, fucking Mondays are awesome, dude. Like, if you have a chance to hang out with your mom, fucking hang out with your mom or somebody. Like, hang out with a loved one. like once a week, man. They're fucking cool people, man. Um, Mom's working on some stuff. We're trying to mind's eye our way through it, and it sucks. Her dogs are all over the place. It was amazing. So, uh, love Mondays, man. Liam asked, why do I still do Monday afternoon? I don't know. I wonder. I really do wonder what the show would look like later in the day. I just can't do it. Like we're stuck here, guys. Hold on. You think? Holy shit! Could I? This isn't the worst idea I've had. What if I replayed the show live at like 6 p.m. and then it would look like it's live, and then we'll see if more people show up. Like, is that a thing? Like a re-airing or a tape delay? Someone write that down. Uh, I don't know who's gonna write that down. Nobody writes anything down for me. Um, but hey, guys, it's Nooners. I said earlier I have a fucking hard out at 1, and I'm just like, um, I got one meeting, one interview. Um, I'll talk about those shortly, and then yeah. So hey, real quick, Nooners. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my week, what I watched on TV, and then today is interesting. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of how I edit the episode because uh, this week needed a little extra than just normal. So let's hang out. We're gonna hang out for like 55 more minutes. So buckle up, grab your coffee and your coaster, and then you put your yeah. We should get 2 coasters, one on the bottom, one on top. Only one person knows that joke right now. All right, I didn't hit the button. Boom. It is so weird that fuck. I really do hate when I get wildly self-aware about what I'm doing. Like it's fucking weird that I'm fucking live streaming like my pockets I get like that's but like the fucking Nooner show? Fuck Liam, man. He's in my head right now. Like I appreciate everybody watching, but like the reality of it, because I was watching some stuff online. Um One guy watched Fatal live streams, and then he just shows a bunch of live streams in which fucking people die on them. And it's like it's the idea of like one day there's gonna be like 100 people watching this, and it's like gonna be awesome, and I'll appreciate all of it. But then there's gonna be that small part of like, why exactly are we watching this guy? Fucking at noon on Mondays. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on. All right. Uh, Here's what we've been doing this week. This is the cover of the book that I was telling you about that I can't tell you about yet. Uh, um, Saturday, I mentioned that it was approved. I had to resubmit a couple of things. I had to fix some of the bordering on the cover. Um, but that's roughly what the cover will look like. Obviously, I black out the name. Um, so I'm thinking Wednesday, Thursday. Let's get a calendar. Wednesday, Thursday should be approved, and then a week to get them shipped. So um, I should have them by. I wonder if I can have a handful of them by Monday next week. Um, I don't know yet, so we'll figure it out. But just wanted to tease it a little bit more. Um, Nikki helped a bunch. To be fair, anything in the book realm, Nikki puts it all together. She's the editor, I guess would be. Um, I come up with a lot of the ideas. She came up with some ideas, and then I go in and I just like fuck with some shit and just bendify it and then add some more whimsy. Lasagna never watches this show, so she went through and was like hardcore about um, the grammar and punctuation. Like, I guess it's an interesting book. It's what I thought was fun about this cover is you still have no idea what kind of book this is, um, because it's not good enough for like the year three book. You're like, oh my god, Ben's now doing like yearbook 2025 books and then podcast year three books. Maybe like let's not get crazy. I could possibly do that, and it's like I don't know. No, I couldn't because it would just be repeating itself for the year three. Is there anything I could put in a year like a 2025 book that doesn't necessarily have to be in the yearbook year three? I don't know. So yeah, there's just a cover for you. That's all I wanted to show. I just want to just keep bringing it up because I have to get like I gotta get you guys excited for it without you guys knowing what it is. Um, I have said about five people have seen it. Everybody who's seen it likes it a lot. I like it. Um, I think it'll be fun. Nice little. So see, potentially the most sold book that we'll have. Yeah. So wait for it. Like 2 more weeks. What else? Okay. 2026 con prep. Okay. So we're going to cover a little bit more than just con prep. AJ contacted me. He's getting ready to start scheduling fan fusion stuff. Talked to Megan yesterday briefly, and we're trying to come up with some ideas for new panels for fan fusion and then also TusCon. Um, what will be interesting is the two that we have work very well together. The podcasting as a superpower, and then on a budget. Like they worked really well together. Um, Enough that like people came back from Friday into Sunday. We could technically just redo those once again, but we wanted to try and like add to the panel, uh, the list of panels that we would do. We're thinking we will possibly modify podcasting on a budget and incorporate some of. I mean, to be fair, a lot of superpower um, was in the beginning of budget, so we would just tweak it just a little bit and then start getting more people on that. Um, we have a couple of ideas for like an improv episode zero, um, a live pod into the episode zero of some kind, and then we got the idea of like, does Matthew and CineAmigos want to come in and play also? So like, do we do just like a regular like a Q&A panel? Um, like come here three podcasts who are still in their infancy, and let's ask some questions. Um, Megan and I did a panel over at ChooseCon, so we have a general idea of how we would like to structure like a Q&A type panel. So we threw that out there. No idea. We're still very early. I mean, ChooseCon is still November, October, November. Um, and Fan Fusion is still 5 months away, 4 months away. So we have plenty of time, but we are prepping those. Um, Also in 2026, we have the Shelly Howard interview today that I'm recording with Danielle. That one will probably go on Whimsy with a Z. I haven't decided if I'm gonna. I might. So that should be out either Friday or next Wednesday. We'll see. But she's college prep, So Danielle and I came up with like almost 2 dozen questions about college preparation. So we're going to sit down with her, the Shelly Howard, find out what she does, and then just start asking some advice and stuff for college. So if anybody's watching who knows anybody who's getting ready for college or in school, uh, let them listen to the episode because it's going to be interesting. I also mentioned I have a power meeting today. Skylar, she was the 16-year-old from Chronicon. Uh, I'm going to talk with her today and see what she wants to do. Uh, so it should be interesting. It'll be fun. And then I got a couple more interviews and stuff coming up too. So 2026. Oh shit. Uh, the elusive dad, fucking half confirmed. Okay. The date is confirmed um, for the 11th. So there's a chance that's the episode on the 16th. Maybe. Uh, it's booked. We're just gonna now make sure there's no cancellation between now and the 11th. That's 3 weeks away. Anything can happen. But hey, this is the furthest that we've gotten. We're gonna fucking do it, man. What else have I done this week? I don't remember. Oh yeah, there she is. Skylar. Um, so one of the things I want to work with Skylar on is 100% we're keeping Kit. Like, let's not get crazy. We're not going to get rid of Kit. Kit is the Whimsy Flower artist right now. She's doing the comics, but Skylar is uh, an awesome artist. I would like to try and see if there's anything we can collaborate on. Um, like I said, like I got some really cool ideas for another comic about like this lady and her dogs. Um, maybe so. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. That's all I've been doing this week. A lot of finalizing the book, scheduling some interviews, a lot of conversations, a lot of people replying back this week. So shout out to everybody who replied back. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. That's not my ear. Um, quiet week. There's some stuff at work that went really good. Uh, doesn't really show up on these very often, but I'll point out that said I did get a fucking attaboy. I think it's ATTA attaboy. Boy. Yeah. I got one or two of those this week. So that's all like that shit feels cool. Um, Sophie and I hung out yesterday. She got the dance pad. Dude, I danced on the dance pad yesterday. I played fucking a game and a half and was wheezing like an old man. So, ooh, can I draw that? What does that look like as a comic? She's like, and then I get on and I'm just like, we went to the park. Hey, everybody. Let's just take 2 seconds and look at this fucking sickness. All right, here's the goal, everybody. That is a level 79. It's level 79. I don't think I can do it before Mom's birthday. Which is what, 2 weeks away? Ooh, 2 weeks. All right. I don't even know if Kelly's watching. Like, nobody gives a shit about any of the Pokemon stuff right now, so just hang out for like 30 seconds. I said, win 80 battles, 80 raids, and 1,000 excellent throws. 2 weeks doesn't seem like impossible. I wish I could have tracked it when I was going for level 50 because I had to do roughly the same thing. The biggest things are going to be the raids because I don't get out enough to raid, which means I might have to pay for some stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, guys, back in October, which was 3 months. 3 months ago. I said it would take me 6. Knocked it out in 3. Killing it right now. All right. Other than that, that's good. That's all. All right, let's get to TV. Commercial first.
Get ready to meet your new favorite storyteller. Introducing the brand new podcast, Storytime with Mr. C. For most of his life, Mr. C has found pure joy in sharing tales with friends, family, students, even strangers. Now, he's bringing that lifelong passion directly to your ears. On Storytime with Mr. C, you'll join him as he digs up forgotten classics, hopefully creates some wonderful new ones, convinces a few special guests to share their incredible experiences, and takes us all back to the very beginning of what makes a great story. Find Storytime with Mr. C today on Spotify. Prepare to be amazed, entertained. It's more than just a podcast. It's an invitation to simply hang out, connect, and remember the simple pleasure of a well-told story.
TV, guys. Here we go. Pocket Watch. Right there, Pocket Watch. All right, here's a couple things I watched. Nothing crazy. I know whoever is watching this will never watch this show. All right. It's on here because as much as like people like whatever your opinion is on a reboot or a remake, the soundtrack is rarely in that conversation. Other than like the Chris Pine versions. Soundtrack is amazing. Like all they keep doing is like when they instead of rebooting stuff, they just like add to the universe. Like they're just adding shit. So like Discovery, for whatever reason, like fucking 7 years ago, 6 years ago, like Discovery was like and they time traveled 3,000 years into the future. And then like they broke the future. And then this thing just takes place 3,000 years away from like whatever version of Star Trek you've ever watched. But it's now a bunch of it's like a it feels like it's gonna go Star Trek meets like a Dawson's Creek thing. Like there's only one episode, but look at how happy they are. They might as well be sitting next to a creek or in a Beverly Hills like home or an apartment complex on Melrose or hanging out in the OC next to that one tree. Nailed it. Oh man, what other shows were there? To be fair, that is solid. Can you Dawson's Creek, Beverly Hills 90210, Melrose Place, One Tree Hill, fucking the OC? Those are like, dude, you can't get better than that. That was so good. Why am I doing this by myself, man? I should be writing for somebody. Like, eventually, okay, say what you want. I'm pointing at the fences right now. Like, this show is mostly for me, right? Mom jump in every once in a while, have a couple laughs. She's like, if she's like, I haven't heard myself in a mind pockets in a while, so she comes down like watches Monday because she's like, fucker's gonna be saying something about me at some point. Dude, this show is gonna be the one that breaks out, man. They're gonna be like, this guy needs to be a writer for some TV show. In which, if I ever become a writer for anything, I'm gonna try to squeeze in that Dawson Creek 90210 Melrose Place One Tree Hill thing into the first thing that I work on, which will be hilarious. And you can point it to this episode, in which I already pointed at it. Anyway, I'm just bringing this up because this is an interesting thing. Like they're no longer like there's some obviously spaceshipy stuff, but now they're playing into the teen drama thing. Oh, the Degrassi is the one I missed. Shit. All right, there's 6. Degrassi. Degrassi deserves to be in that list of all those others. Just FYI. Okay, now let's get to some real show. It was like number 1 on Netflix for like 2 weeks. It's 6 episodes long. Thank God. Like it wasn't bad. Um, it was interesting. All right, so she's investigating a murder. He's investigating a murder. There's some crossover. They grew up in this town. Um, The only reason why people were losing their mind over this was for the last 15 minutes. Like in all honesty, um, it's a whatever show for the first 5 episodes. Six is like you. To be fair, I think you get a really nice payoff in the second in the last half of episode 6. Like there's a decent payoff. It is interesting. I think it panders a little bit, uh, but if you want a nice like a twist at the end, they're like 45, 50 minutes long. Like it's not that it's just under 6 hours. Like I know that that sounds stupid to be like, oh, just under 6 hours. But like it's not 10. There's no way they could have made this thing in 10. Let's just be fair about that. Um Performances are okay. It's not a bad show. But I do think you'll enjoy the payoff on the end. So his and hers on Netflix. I still think it's in the top 10. And then this is one everybody should be talking about. Hold on. My buttons are like sticking. The Rip. My mom watched it. I watched it. Fucking loved it. Dude, these two are amazing together. Um, I can't think of how many like what else that they have done recently. What was the last thing they did together? Damon did some stuff with Casey Affleck. Um, I don't know, dude. This one was fun. Nice like cop mystery. One night hanging out in a fucking a rip house. Like you don't even know what the hell that is. Watch it. They'll tell you what it is. Um, this one was good. Solid performances, solid ending, and brings the two boys back together. And then they get to work their chemistry together. So this is like a fucking solid show. I don't know if it wins any awards or anything, but definitely fucking like next weekend, number one on your list. Very good show. Um, God, I bet you was like, I bet you was very low budget. I wonder what the budget of that film was. Um, well, so yeah, check out the fucking Rip, dude. Um, for a second, what was funny was at one point I was trying to figure out who was like a better like actor in it, and then by the end you're like, check out the Rip. All right, things that didn't make the list. Wow, I just watched it yesterday? The Seven Kingdoms on HBO, the 100 years before Game of Thrones. Don't watch it, dude. Garbage right now. Like it wants to be a Knight's Tale. Um, I don't know, man. It's it needed a two episode premiere, so like I would stay away from that for a minute. Um, Landman just ended, which I think was fucking brilliant. Um, I don't know what else I watched. Did I watch anything else? Mom said stay away from the Vacation movie on Netflix, like We Date on Vacation or something of that nature. It's the rom com. Stay away from that. That's all I got for you guys right now. Next week, I'm gonna point out some stuff coming up in February. You guys are gonna want to like. Oh, I watched The Pit. Episode 2, not bad. For whatever reason, I thought something crazy was supposed to happen. Nothing happened. Like, we'll see. It's building up to something. By all means, like The Pit is a fantastic show. Um, some good stuff happened, but don't read. Here's don't read so many articles because I fall into this trap every week. This is the best episode of television ever, and you watch it, and you're like, eh. And then the next week, like, this is now the best episode of television ever written. Oh, Industry's on right now. Industry was one I picked up again, right? So I'm all over the place. Sorry. Um, on HBO, I enjoy the Industry. Yeah. All right. That's all I got for TV. Check out The Rip. That's all I'm getting at. Watch The Pit. Watch The Rip. That's all you guys need. His and Her if you got time. Moving on.
Pull up a chair for passionate film talk. We're thrilled to announce Cinema Amigos, the exciting new podcast that's about to become your go-to for all things film. Join host Pablo and his friend as they embark on an in-depth journey through their most beloved movies. Each episode is a lively conversation filled with unique perspectives, insightful analysis, and an undeniable love for cinema. If you're ready to deep dive beyond the surface and hear fresh takes on classic and contemporary films, Cinema Amigos is your perfect listening companion.
All right. You're gonna bear with me, guys, here for a second. Here's what we're going to do. There was a discussion on Saturday on whether or not I keep the road noise in on the most recent episode of Chasing the Whimsy CarCast. I need to change that, and it bothers me that I didn't put CarCast on the back of this. Fucking bothers me, so I'm gonna actually go in and fix it this week tonight. Fuck, I am gonna replace. I am gonna fix it. Um, okay, a couple of things. So we're gonna spend the next like 20 minutes. I'm gonna show you some editing stuff because I don't think anybody's ever seen what it does, like what it takes to edit anything down. Um, we've had other car casts, and they weren't as bad. Um, like I said, I had a mic, and I think I had it too far up, and I could have clipped it more down in here versus up here. Um, I was playing with some new tech. It wasn't bad, but the discussion was, do we leave it in or do we keep it nice, clean, and crisp? So, um, there needed to be a happy medium. The problem was the road noise was too loud in the example that I gave you guys on Saturday, and I agree. It was like wildly overpowering. Um, Normally, when I edit now, I just put it into Riverside and just let the AI take out all the background noise, and it helps clean it up a little bit. But if I wanted to keep some of the road noise in there, uh, I'll show you guys what that looks like real quick. All right, so hang out with us. Let's do this. All right, so here is this is Audacity. Okay, this is what I would use if I am editing this episode. Okay, so I pull this into from the recorder. I'm way behind because I'm watching the TV. All right, so here's what happens. You look at this thing and you're like, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be all blue. um, like it's fucking wild. Okay, so I can spread it out a little bit, and then what we see is all the talkie talks, and then in between these, you know, I've done this enough that what I'm able to identify, um, I want to find 11 minutes. We're gonna play in the 11-minute area here. Okay, so what we're able to do is let's fix the volume on this because this is gonna blow your guys' fucking ears out. Okay, so bear with me. Here's what it sounds like unedited from the recorder. In that house. Like it's so loud. I'm so sorry. Like I even turned you down a minute. Hold on, let's just go. Like look up. Like look at this up here. Like in that house. Like it's so loud, and you can hear all of it. So a couple of cool, interesting things that we see here is this is all your road noise. All this back here. This is all the talk. Um, so how do we? Oh, here we go. How do we fix it? This is all road noise. When I do a regular episode with Liam, because the voices are way low or down, or he's inconsistent. Um, Hold on. What we'll do is highlight it, and then what I'll do is I'll come in and do something like I'll just compress it all the way down. So I just take every sound and just shrink it as far down as I can, and then I'll amplify it. So it now, hold on, let's do it this way so you guys see it a little bit better. Uh, all right, so now we get something that like it's not so high, it's not reaching all the way up to the top, but the problem you get is
stories for that. Like I said, the drive at night is super easy.
that's roughly what I kind of showed you guys a little bit on Saturday. It's not nothing's like wildly overpowering, but the vocals, the voice becomes like the same size or the same loudness as the road noise. A little bit higher, like you can hear the conversation all the way through. Um, so then what we can do is like how do we play with this a little bit more? So here's another copy. Okay. What we can do is you can play with a thing called the loudness normalizer. And what's interesting here is it's going to take all of the noise and it's going to drop it like evenly all the way down. So it doesn't peak super high.
I will be describing everything.
So it helps with the volume a little bit. And then what we could do from here is now, to be fair, I'm not saying I'm a fucking professional in any fucking way in this. This is all tutorial stuff that I found online. I don't even know if like if this is an appropriate method of doing it. Um, but okay, so already we can see the difference between the two, right? Um, but then here's the new part that we're adding into this. Okay, so here's what it sounds like right now.
Just hit the curve of the loop.
Okay, so then hold on, where was it at? Let's see. Oh, we're gonna go this way deeper because where is it? For whatever reason. So what we're gonna look for is we're looking for like a real consistent. Oh, hold on, that's why. Uh, we're looking for like just a real consistent road noise, and okay, so like right here, all road noise. So what we will do here, this is the cute part. Here's where it gets a little bit like cheeky. Is we're gonna snag that profile of all of that road noise, and then what we're able to do is remove all that road noise across the entire file. Don't ask me what these fucking numbers are. I've been playing with this thing for 3 hours last night and today to try to figure out what I like. Um, but it's gonna take all that road noise out, and then we'll amplify it again just a little bit so you guys can see. I think I take it to 12. Oh shit! Stand by, dude. I played with this so many times today too, and okay. So now we start to start. It gets a little bit better, a little cleaner. Like you can see where it's taking all of the.
Super easy. Currently flying, no idea why. Is what it is.
The reason why I like this particular version is I do like the sound of my voice on this one. Um, the problem is when you continue to keep like if I try to trim this out again, you really start to distort the rest of the voice. For example, if you're like, well, Ben, if you were able to trim down, so we take that. Like, what if you can just like just drop it again? Noise repair. what starts to happen is you get one of these.
Is what it
Hold on, I can turn up the volume a little bit now.
is what it is.
But I think you start.
Not a lot going on over here. A mile back. Turn off for where I would have lived as a kid, I guess, for those 8 years.
Like, can you hear how like the voice like sounds like so fucking janky? I don't like all that. So like, we're just gonna take it back. All right. So that's one way. We could have been happy with this particular version, to be fair. But we're still looking at like this ratio of street noise versus Ben voice. All right. So we're like, I don't know, Ben. I still don't know if I like it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one more. This is one I found last night. And I think this one plays the best. So what we're going to do is we're going to play with it a little bit. And these are all things that I ended up learning over the last 3 years. The original podcast recorder, like I had to go and do stuff like this almost the whole time. So we're looking for the road noise again. But maybe we just start. So if you go back and listen to some of those early episodes, this is what I was doing. It's a little easier when I don't have the road noise, and it's just like fixing Liam's voices, like his volume levels a little bit. The Christmas episode, I had to use this to kind of level out all the voices. What step am I on? Noise reduction. Hold on. I got notes written down because I had to make sure I went in the right direction. Again, I don't know what all these do, and thank God I wrote down notes. Okay, shit. Get noise. All of this. And we're going to repair it. We're going to do here. We're going to go okay. Okay. So here's how this one sounds like.
I think
You still got the road noise. It's not horrible, but for whatever reason, my notes say like we're going to try and clean it up a little bit. I could probably stop at this step, to be honest with you, but I'm going to go based off of my notes because for whatever reason, I feel like I wrote notes for a reason. So we go all the way down so that we can go all the way back up again. And then it still looks all janky. I don't know. Anyway, but then we're going to reduce it like one more time. Here. Yeah, we're going to do another 663. Boom, boom. Shit. Like, it's a little fickle, man. But you eventually get used to it. All right. So here's a version of it.
I think
I'm not sure why I did the extra.
I think I grew most.
So I don't like that particular version, but what I wanted to do. So here's what I found out. This is the amount of road noise that I wanted. Okay, obviously I don't want the 50. I don't want it like the 1-to-1 ratio, and even the 2-to-1 ratio here looks is still a little bit loud. So I'm like, maybe we could like something a little bit tinier down here, like a nice 3-to-1 ish. Okay. But if I try to increase the volume, then we're going to increase the road noise. So you know what I did? I'm like, fuck it, let's do it this way. So we got this guy. Okay, we're gonna mute him for a second. This one, I just went straight. Okay, so I can do normalize. You suck. What this is gonna do is this is just gonna lower everything, just the volume, not necessarily the decibels, like the normalization did. So this is a 4. So we're gonna drop everything 4 decibels. Boom. So instead of it on the top line, we just even it out here. Let's find some road noise. Hold on. For whatever reason, I like the 11 minute. Okay. All right. So, like, we got very clear road noise right here. Grab this thing. Grab it, profile. And then select all. And then, hold on. Okay. This one, we're going to go aggressive on removing the road noise, like aggressive. I didn't compress anything on this one. Boom. So I should probably lower this, but let's see what this one sounds like. That needs to go way lower.
Hey, Grandma had to move in. Our dumpster and just cleared it all out to remodel the.
Oh, hold on. Why does this one needs to come down just a little bit? Wow. Stupid notes. Hold on. We're just going to play with the volume a little bit. Oh, there it is. This is the next step. Was the normal 10. All right. There we go. All right. So then what happens is, here's what this one sounds like.
Hey, Grandma had to move in.
Almost no road
Our
noise.
dumpster and just cleared it all out to remodel the.
But now the voice sounds like shit. But if we combine the two, the last two.
Hey, Grandma had to move in. Our dumpster and just cleared it all out to remodel the whole thing. But those are some weird formable years. What was that?
So what's interesting is, let me put my camera back on. So that's a little bit of like what it is that I do when I'm editing shit. Like I do mostly let Riverside AI edit that shit down. I'm not saying the version I ended up using was this version with the super clean copy on Riverside. Ooh, let's see what that looks like. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna get rid of these top two because we don't like any of these ones. These ones are all garbage. But let's see. Carcast, clean, dirty, Riverside. This one here. Okay, so here is the clean version from Riverside. Is this bottom one? What I would end up doing is something very similar to this.
From the post office, a left takes you to the park. God, a party that we've been to as kids
That's
a handful
actually
of
a nice
times.
version.
I played touch football here once.
That's the version you guys got on the podcast this week. Like that one sounds so good. Like I love the Christmas of it, but I really enjoyed the road noise of it because as a car cast, I think it needed that much road noise to it. But yeah, so I don't think anybody's ever seen me actually edit an episode down. What's interesting is I don't know how to make this. This is why I keep playing with the noise removal. I'm still playing around with some of the numbers and trying to understand how to get this one better instead of just this one. Because like if I try to get this one, the voice up, the volume and the voices up to like this one, it's going to take all of the road noise. Whereas this one, no road noise. Like you got zero road noise on this one.
Grandma used to work at. Oh my God.
That's what I wanted. Like that's what I'm in the process of trying to figure out is how do I get it that clean? And if I didn't, go back and listen to the other car casts. We did a couple in the 40s. But this is what I would have to have done to clear up some of that noise. Because I didn't have a Riverside back then. Yeah, it kind of it gives it like, dude, that crisp sounds so good. Like I can't. This gets us by. These two gets us by. This is the first 2 years. These top two. Riverside's that so clean and like. What is nice though is I do get to still play in Audacity, so I still have a general idea of how to try and clean something up. Um, what's interesting is I would like to go back and do. Oh shit! I'm gonna remaster JJ stuff. How come I haven't put JJ stuff in yet? Oh, I'm gonna remaster JJ's stuff because his wasn't bad. Like his definitely wasn't like episode 3 or 4 of Whimsy. Um, but I wonder if I can crisp his up a little bit. So yeah, let's give you guys a little insight on how to edit a file. Um, if just for giggles, right? If we needed to, um, I think one of the Christmas episodes, what you could do is, the first episode, year one, when I put all the clips in, um, you do stuff like this, and then I could put another clip in here, so I can like play and then put an extra clip in. Um, I'm not good at like with the intro. You know how J Sarge kind of like comes down, the music comes down a little bit. Like there's a way to kind of like morph the volumes to modulate the voices a little bit better. Um, but yeah, so like we put in a clip here. If I have to cut something out because like Ben's a hate tank and be like, oh, you take out this whole thing, Ben. You just delete and then slide it back over and put it together. Um, Audacity is free, so anybody who's fucking watching or interested in um, any kind of audio editing, um, in theory, like if we had drums, then all you would do is like you would just add the drums beneath it, right? Oh, and then you're like, you know, ooh, wonder what this sounds like. Hold on, I'm just curious. Bear with me.
One that used to be on for years. One I
drove
believe
uh,
under Williams Grandma
this
used to work
freeway.
at.
Like if I ever did a podcast by myself, I would use it like this, where I would cut Ben's question, lead it into the next conversation. Um, but yeah, so that's all I wanted to show you. I hope you guys. I don't know necessarily if you learned anything, but it is interesting. To be fair, it is wildly interesting to like see how easy it is to do all that stuff. Um, I mean, they give you all the effects, amplify, condense. Um, the couple of things that I learned just over the last 3 years is if I manipulate too much, you really start to distort the voice. Um, so that's why I ran the two copies. If I was going to do my own, I'd run the two copies because I distort one so bad, and then I use another cleaner version to make up. Uh, like you can just see, like this one is too low. Like we're missing some of Ben's voice here, and this is the part that I wanted. With part of the road noise. So like whatever I'm kind of clipping out of these things, um, and run the two so that way I can kind of just mesh the two together. You guys get it. Like what the fuck? But that's it. That's your fucking your pocket lint for today. This is what audio editing looks like, and I do enjoy doing it. It's fun. Um, I don't know if I played the clips long enough, but for whatever reason, I have a general idea of what I would like my voice to sound like, and that's why it took me 3 hours and two sides of a fucking thing to make notes to try to figure out how much I can replicate the Riverside one. Wasn't perfect, but I would have been happy with it. But I needed both versions. Um, I needed some of the road noise because when I removed all of the road noise, I distorted my voice too much. So I had to keep I had to find that happy medium. No joke, dude. I was working on this thing forever. Um, that's interesting. Ignore. Why is my phone trying to be all weird? Anyway, let's see. I got 7 minutes. Plenty of time.
Tired of the same old predictable podcasts? Dive headfirst into the wonderfully weird world of Mind Pockets. Ever wonder what goes on inside the mind of a slightly off-kilter individual? Join host Ben as he unlocks the chaotic collection of thoughts, ideas, and random musings he's captured throughout the week. Each week, Ben unleashes the Mind Pockets, a playback of the week's most bizarre and brilliant internal monologues. He'll react, analyze, and unravel the madness, giving you a front-row seat to the unpredictable landscape of his brain. Get ready to explore the uncharted territories of Ben's mind. Mind Pockets every Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Chasing the Whimsy YouTube channel.
Mind Pockets 100 coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm throwing it out there. I'm not going to ask anybody else. I've asked a few people. I'm not asking anybody. But if you want to be part of episode 100, reach out, let me know. I've asked a couple of people to record 3 Mind Pockets, and then we'll figure out how to record their responses. So, like, surprise. We're doing Ben's 10 Mind Pockets on 100, and then we're also going to play some guests' Mind Pockets. We've done Courtney before in the past. I think Liam did one, maybe. I'd have to double check. I know he said he wanted to. I don't even know if he did. No. He did them as a text. His Mind Pockets were texts. He wanted tattoos. So the episode's going to go long, and I don't care. I'm going to have a blast. I'm taking the day off. But if you would like to be part of, and or if you think you have a fun Mind Pocket, 2 or 3, let me know. You'll be part of episode 99. So, like I said, I got 2 confirmed yeses, 1 pending, and 1 hasn't checked his email yet. And I might reach out for like 1 or 2 more, but it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a very long episode. I will start prepping. So I will have to start doing some more testing live streams just so I can see what it looks like. I got to figure out where I got to put all of it together. It shouldn't take that long. It'll take 2 weeks. But yeah, hang out. Patreon people, you guys are amazing. Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, Ann, Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Violet, Kit, Lasagna Hammer, and Vinny S. Thank you guys for the Patreon. 100%. Fucking tell your friends, man. Sign up for the $4 or the free. Like, I'll take the free for right now. What is interesting is if we took all the frees and we converted all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need at least 2 more pages. Yeah, I need at least 2 more pages. So, like, fucking holler. So we got them. I just got to figure out how to hook them in for the $4. $4 is gonna go a long way, man. You're gonna start seeing some sweet fucking merch coming out. This new book, I think, will be. I think the next book, I think, is gonna be the moment in which we start engaging with people significantly harder. I disconnected. Am I back? How much did I disconnect throughout the stream? Did I disconnect at all? Because it didn't say so. But my phone kept turning off a couple of times. Anyway. But yeah, that's all we got. Thank you for the Patreon people. Patreon.com/ChasingTheWhimsy. Tell your friends and family. That's it, guys. That's it for the show. Boom, right on time. Get the fuck out of here. Keep an eye out for Skylar stuff to be coming out somewhere. We got an interview with College Lady to help with the Whimsy Z podcast at 4 today. That'll come out next week, if not this week. A lot of cool stuff coming up. 100, Mind Pockets 100. I should have done I don't know why we didn't do a Nooners 100. Like my 100th Nooner. Oh, come on. That shit fucking writes itself. Man. They're not numbered, so there's no way for me to keep track of which ones were which. But you guys have a good week. And stay amazing. Fucking email me if you guys want to be part of anything. Or just say hey. Update the chats. Somewhere I think I stopped telling people to update chats and you guys have a good night. And we'll see you guys on Saturday for Mind Pockets 94. Woo woo. Later. Whimsy.